What's going on, guys? Kevin Mano and Jill from Valentine in the Morning. We're out here on the balcony. 66 degrees in Burbank, not a bad day.
It's great.
We've got the Chainsmokers and Kelsea Ballerini. This is really awesome that you're all here together.
Yeah, it is.
First of all, how did you all get hooked up for this song? How'd you meet? How did it happen?
I'm a big fan of the guys and like covered their song on tour, Closer. And
did you do that before you ever met them?
I did, and then I met them at the Grammys a couple years ago and told them that I love their stuff, and it's kind of been like a long time coming.
Yeah. We really hit it off.
Yeah.
We have a lot of similar interests.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's good. Did it take a while then to actually get in the studio to work on something, or was it like, we're going to make this happen, let's do it?
I think the first part was done like kind of remotely, like in the sense that, you know, we weren't in the same place a lot of the time. So we're like, hey, you send, you know, emailing back and forth.
Yeah.
And then the final part, we got together and banged out the final vocal together. And since then, we've seen each other a couple times, which is very exciting. And yeah, now we're here with you guys. We're playing Ellen.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we're excited.
Is that today? You're going over there today?
Yeah.
Right after this.
Very cool. And we were talking about all of these sort of pop country crossovers.
It's a thing.
Lately.
I love it.
It's a trend.
And I'm so happy that you guys are doing it, because I know that fans were looking back for tweets from you back in like 2016, knowing that this is what you guys had planned all along. But was this the first song? Like, what is it about this feeling that made you guys decide to do this one together?
There's some confusion with mics out here, but we're getting it. We're doing it.
Yeah, I mean, we've always had Kelsea in mind as someone that we would love to work with, and then we had this song, and actually, yeah, I think we sent it to you first, and
you did.
Yeah, and she was down to do it, and like the big thing, I remember I had a call with you in the parking lot of some rehearsal for some other show, and I was like talking a mile a minute because I was super flustered about like, this is what the song's about, this is where it came from, this is the story, does it resonate with you? And she was like, yeah. Oh wait, can I
yeah, that's fine. You already did.
Cool.
Yeah,
it's done.
Yeah.
And we kind of had the discussion before you went in the studio, and then when we got the record back, we were like, yep, she totally understands it. We're totally on the same page with this. And then we got together and fleshed the whole thing out. And
I think it really came alive when we got together. We were in New York and all got in the studio together, and I think that's when we were like, this feels really right.
For sure.
Yeah.
I remember that. We had a lot of fun that day too.
Yeah.
You had fun in the studio?
Fun in the studio, and then we went to dinner and went out in New York City and had a great time.
Yeah,
I learned what it meant to go out with the
She
Chainsmokers, and it's a thing.
Really?
It's a thing.
Please tell us more. Elaborate.
Well, I mean, we don't have clubs like that in Nashville.
Okay.
And and we stayed
And
up till,
you drink good
3:30.
tequila.
Yeah,
You
we
drink
go
the
hard
good
on
kind.
tequila. Went to like our favorite restaurant in New York.
Yeah,
and
it was awesome.
She met a lot
It
of
was
our
a good night.
friends, and you had a couple of homies with you, and so it was
Awesome.
cool.
That does sound fun. What's the favorite restaurant in New York?
This place, Raoul's.
Okay.
It's great.
What kind of food?
Italian.
Yeah. No,
French.
it's like French
Oh.
American. Yeah.
It was all the tequila.
Well,
Yeah.
Honest
I
mistake.
think I had pasta.
Yeah. She did have pasta.
I did
though.
have
I think you
pasta.
had truffle pasta.
Take us into the studio, though. I mean, how many hours were you guys in there before you hit the town? Are there any drinks in the studio ever? You guys keep it professional?
there are sometimes. I don't think there were that
There weren't
time.
that day.
Yeah, you have a drink when you hit a wall, but we didn't hit any walls, so that was good.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
It was really fun. It was like super collaborative.
But it's funny because she was like, we're like, hey, at the end we love like getting ad-libs and stuff, and she was like, I hate doing ad-libs. It's not my
I don't
thing.
hate them. I'm just really bad at
really
them.
bad at them. Okay.
Yeah.
And
What does that mean? Were you going through the song and
Ad-libs.
just throwing out your own?
It's like,
yeah,
you know,
you're
when
like,
Migos
just
is
sing
like,
over
yeah,
your vocal
sure.
and
yeah.
put
Do
in
the Migos
random
thing.
things.
And
But
usually that's a good thing to be like kind of drunk for, because it's the things that
You don't
you think
overthink
sound
it.
stupid
Yeah.
work really well. And she went in there, she's like, no, it's gonna be bad, and then just like laid down like 20 amazing ones, and we're like, okay.
And did they make the track?
That's nice of you
Yeah.
to say that.
They
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
See, now that's going to change the way you record in the
Yeah.
future.
It is. It is. It made me way more confident.
All ad-libs. Do you guys, and I'm not looking for names, but do you guys ever go spend a day in the studio with somebody and it just doesn't work, and so the project gets scrapped or something?
Mainly sometimes in the writing process, and that doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the other person or us. It's like sometimes you're just not feeling creative and you just can't get on a vibe, or you're caught up with something. But I mean, I think, when we go in to cut something that we're both super down to, it's like sometimes you got to take some time to feel that out and get on the same page and get into the song and feel the vibe of the song, but we always get there.
Yeah, cool. And then what's the plan for the next full-length album? You guys keep putting out songs.
Yeah, so we have an album out now called Sick Boy, and it's, we're kind of just adding songs to it as we go throughout the year, because we really believe in albums, and we want people to look back at the Chainsmokers work and be like, okay, here's the Memories Do Not Open,
Right.
Our EPs before that. Then we want them to look at Sick Boy as one body of work, but the way that we tour, putting out songs as singles is much more congruent with like our lifestyle and how we work artistically. So that's kind of how the format we've decided to release it.
And is that something you guys are, I mean, are a lot of people doing that these days, or is that sort of a unique to you guys? Is that
I think a lot of people are putting out a lot of music, or
Yeah.
just music more frequently. And I think we probably will someday do, not Sick Boy, but later, do a full album that's just here's, 10 to 20 songs. But right now, just with like our lifestyle, putting out a song single by single has worked really well for us.
Okay. Real quick, weird little personal question here, because I'm sick right now and I'm trying to keep my distance. I've had bronchitis for like 3 weeks. How do you guys stay healthy on the road? What do you do? What do you to avoid people like me? You're shaking a lot of hands and stuff.
I feel like it's a state of mind thing, honestly. Like, I mean, you could like work out and run and eat healthy.
And
whatever,
I try all those things.
But if
I
you
never
have like
get
a
sick.
attitude, like you'll get sick.
It's all about the attitude.
Yeah.
It's all my attitude.
It's all about the
Yeah, 'cause
attitude.
you're kind of a and just kidding. But no, but I mean, like when I feel like I'm getting sick or something, I'll usually go out and get drunk, and then it like resets my. So I like wake up all hungover, forgetting that I felt like crap.
This is
And then
terrible.
I'm just-
I've never heard of this theory
I
before.
blame the hangover
This
for
is an
it, and then
interesting
the hangover
theory.
goes away, and I'm like a brand new guy again. It's crazy. It's worked out. I haven't been sick in over
Mask
2
the
years.
pain with
Dr.
booze, I
Alex.
believe is
2
the
years,
strategy.
people. Tequila.
Closer just went diamond.
Oh yeah.
Woo.
And I see that, thank you for the diamond. I see that happening with this song too, because hearing it for the first time, just immediately loved it. And not that this means anything to you, but usually when that happens, songs do well.
Oh.
So just my
Yay.
personal opinion.
Yes.
But congrats on the diamond.
Thank you.
And then a question for Kelsey.
Yeah.
Every time I see you in an interview or an Instagram story or something, you're always so happy, so positive. Are you like that constantly? Is she always like that?
No. It's a total facade.
Total diva. I try to be, right?
You uplift so much. I think
Thanks.
you're
I have
contagious.
bad days for sure.
She rubs peanut butter on the inside of her cheeks. So
Yeah,
she
that way I'm just
smiles.
like,
the
Like
smile.
Mr. Ed.
Like
No,
Mr. Ed.
I try to be. I have bad days though, for sure.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
thanks for saying that. That's nice.
Well, it's encouraging. So
Thanks.
thank you.
Yeah, seriously, if she has bad days, no one's ever seen them. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thanks, guys.
That's nice. I want to ask you guys about your connection with Reddit.
Oh, sure.
Do you guys, are you actively like Redditors? Are you on there? I know you have your own subreddit and you're involved and everything.
Yeah, all
'Cause
the
I,
time.
I'm kind of a lurker on Reddit. I just look
Okay.
at it for content,
Sure.
whatnot. But I mean, you guys, it's like a part of your story.
Yeah, I mean, probably like a year ago, we always used Reddit, but we weren't like active on it.
Yeah.
And we thought it'd be like a cool way to like engage fans or haters or just find cool content and things we were interested in.
Yeah.
Because we were finding so much stuff we were interested in. And so, I think we always catch people off guard when like there'll be like the pop forum chat about like this feeling. And then the comments have been amazing, luckily. But like there'll be that one thing or something. It'll be like, hey man, Chainsmokers here. What's your problem with our song? And then they'll be like, oh, whoa, you are checking Reddit. And,
Right.
That's a crazy thing. Like
Yeah.
Reddit's such a great place to like acknowledge just like people that are interested in what you're putting out and
Sure.
just your genre in general. And you're right. It's like super rare that an artist like reaches out. but,
Totally.
like, that it is really interesting because it's like I feel like the trolls start in Reddit. Like if something's getting hazed on Reddit, it makes its way to the comment section
Absolutely.
of every other platform on the internet.
Yeah, it was really funny. So like I
There's a B on it.
actually commented yesterday on one. And
He hates bees.
I hate
Does he?
bees.
Okay,
And,
we'll keep an eye out for you.
And there was a thread going about Drew had posted this thing about like depression and stuff and songwriting, and they like were writing about it, and then like the comment kind of they take on the life of their own, and it went on to be like, one guy was like, what, forget these guys, like they're like, and then someone was like, what have they ever done wrong? Like name something that they have done wrong that has like offended you to lead you like to feel like this, and he was like, well, like they made Closer sucks, and they're like, actually, here's a comment you made 2
Oh, my
years
God.
ago saying you like the song, and it was like, burn.
Man.
Yeah,
That's
and
gotta feel good.
Using
And-
history against him.
yeah, and that
Wow.
wasn't even me. It was like other people,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like, and the whole thing was like, yeah, actually, now to come to think, and they were like, oh, well, what about that one time they said this? And they're like, well, yeah, but in fairness, we trashed that album too, in this Reddit, and they're like, dang, they're like, so we actually like these guys now, and it was like funny to see like this whole thread kind of take a life of itself, and then you comment at the very end being like, Cheers.
Do you ever
Thanks, guys.
hesitate though to get involved with the negative commenters and the trolls?
No, I don't go on in there.
Slippery
We don't go
slope.
on there to comment negative stuff or answer haters. I mean, most of the time it's positive stuff. But like sometimes you'll see someone say something that you disagree with, or think you could help clarify. You know what I mean? And you know they'll be like, "What is this song even about?" You know what I mean? It sounds like I want the old Chainsmokers, and you're like, "Hey, what do you mean? You want the old Chainsmokers?"
Right.
Like I'm just trying to understand.
Well, I personally think it's cool that you do because I mean, people are so quick to just talk crap online. But there are real people on the other end of that. You know, you're all three real people.
There's a lot of times too where it's like if you acknowledge someone that says something negative and you're like, yo man, like what's the deal?
They apologize.
Like, they're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
I didn't think you'd ever see this. And like, I'm actually a huge fan. I just really like this one other song you did. And this is really good. It's just like, I like that song better. And like, yeah, cool. Well, you just said that we're pieces of shit and should burn in hell.
Yeah.
How was I supposed to derive that you prefer my other song from that comment?
Oh my God.
So then we kill them.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
Let's end it there. Well, thanks,
get their
guys.
IP address, go to their house, and then
Honestly,
that's the end.
It's so cool to have you all here. I mean, to tell you the truth, we were told the Chainsmokers were coming in. Didn't even know you were coming until we saw you in the lobby.
Hi.
So what a treat. This is really awesome. We love the song that you guys did together. We look forward to everything else. And you're re-releasing your album?
I am.
Congrats on
just
that.
adding some songs.
Yeah, nice.
Fun,
When's that coming out?
October 26th.
Perfect.
Because I am good at that stuff.
The Chainsmokers and Kelsea Ballerini here at MyFM. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Congrats.